welcome back. My name is Robin here at Overture Highlands. We're so happy that you've gotten to join us today. I've been doing a lot of series on charcuterie boards, and I just want to share with you one today that we think is quite fun at my house. It's our chili board. So it's not quite a charcuterie board, however, it's got the concept, so we really love it at my house. The great thing about this board, it's super duper easy. But the possibilities are limitless. Like, you can use your own chili that is a family chili that your family loves, or for me, sometimes I gotta make something quick and I wanna bring it to the table. I love to use the wolf chili, no beans. Again, open the can, pour it in a pot, heat it up, microwave even, and you've got yourself a fun chili, a fun little chili board. And I'm gonna show you how to build that. One of the special things that makes this more kind of like a dip, so today we're actually kind of using it more like a little bit of dip over some chips, maybe kind of chili nacho style. So again, let your mind be super creative with what you choose. I'll go over some of my favorite things and also some of the things that I'm not using today that we like to use at my house. So for this chili, the Wolf Brand chili, you can doctor it up in so many ways. Number one way, my favorite way, which kind of turns it more into a dip, is that I actually use cream cheese. So to 2 cans of the chili, I actually use 1 block 8-ounce cream cheese, mix it up. Again, you can microwave it. I would cover it so it doesn't splatter, of course. But we definitely love that at my house, to use it more kind of like a nacho spread on top of like Frito chips, and that's what we're using today. You can buy the big scoop Frito chips, all kinds of chips that you like, that you feel go well with chili. Some of mine are just Tostitos or the corn chips, any kind, and then of course Fritos, the traditional. It's almost like this Frito pie. And by the way, I want to share with you, just off the top of my head, you know, sometimes I think of something and then I'm like, wait a minute, this is a good idea, I've got to share it. One of my favorite things when my kids were little, so if you get grandkids, this is such a great thing, especially if they're out on the patio or in your house and you don't want them to mess up a lot of bowls, but take a Frito bag, pop it open, and just scoop that chili right on top of that, and you've almost got this little travel chili bowl, right? So this is kind of fun to eat out of as well. Today we're not doing that. We're gonna make a cute little charcuterie board using one of our turquoise boards. I love this, I love the color. It just adds some kind of pop and it's very fun. So before we get started, I'm gonna walk you over here to the kitchen with me, okay? By the way, we are in our beautifully decorated guest suite, so come on over. The magic of TV, but not really. I prepared this a little earlier. This is my 2 cans chili, 1 thing of cream cheese, and I just kind of heated that up on low and continuously stirred that up. So I'm actually gonna bring that over now, so come on back. Again, this stuff is so good, just on its own as a dip. Football games, barbecues, friends over, grandkids over. Your grandkids will love it. My kids did growing up. They didn't always add like the onions and stuff on top, but boy, they loaded cheese and all that good stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. I'm gonna go ahead and move. Earlier today, I actually chopped my green onions and my red onion. So moving those out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead and come on back, and I'm gonna start building this board. So I'm gonna move some of these things out of the way. Real quick, gonna bring this board on over. So what I've decided to do today is I've decided to use an elevated bowl. You can use any kind of bowl. One bowl right here, the chips are in, of course, to make them look pretty, but you can stick a small bowl in here as well. I'm gonna elevate my chili just a little bit. That way I get the full space underneath for extra chips, okay? So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my chili first. We're gonna go ahead and add that into the center. This has cooled off just a little bit, so we're just gonna pour that in. Great, great, great. I'm gonna move that off into the sink real quick, and now I'm gonna start to build. I'm gonna start with my chips first, and then I'll start to fill it in. And as you can see, today I'm using these cute little wooden bowls. Those will get some of my wetter ingredients, such as these can hold sour cream, the avocado, or what in this case it would be guacamole. You can do fresh jalapenos, like I said, whatever your family likes. My family likes cornbread as well on the side. Today we don't have any cornbread, but I do have my corn chips and my Fritos. So let's go ahead and start building. Now, here at Overture, they limit us to one little snack pack. No, just joking. These are what we had in our kitchen here, so we went ahead and just opened them up. Again, any flavor is great. You can use the actual chili flavor. I love those too. Add a little extra spice. This version of this chili is one of my quick go-tos. Like I said, it's more like a dip, but oh my goodness, I completely welcome you guys to use your homemade chili, maybe a family tradition chili. I'm gonna get one more little bag. I think I have one somewhere. Hang on 1 minute, guys. Oh, there we go, right here. So I'm gonna add one more of these, open it up. If you use one of my favorite chilies I make at home, my secret ingredient, believe it or not, is a V8 juice. I use that. It's got like all the extra vegetables and all that good stuff. I use the low sodium because I always like to control my salt when I cook. However, I know the Wolf Brand chili does have a little bit of sodium to it, but it's delicious. Another thing you can add to this is if you wanted to kind of doctor it out up and make it almost a little more homemade-ish, you can add some of these great beans. You know, the traditional chili is gonna be your red kidney beans, but gosh, like I said, it's kind of your choice. That's the magical thing about chili. It's like the spices that you love, you know, the traditions that you get passed down. My mom made a great chili. I just added to it. Like I said, I do the V8 just to kind of cut that time of all the tomatoes, but make it how you like and what your family likes. So anyway, so you can add these to these Wolf Brand chili, kind of just to add a little bit more texture to it. It also kind of steps it up a notch, a little bit more, maybe some more protein, but again, more filling as well. So here I've got my Fritos. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start to kind of fill these little areas. Usually I add these a little later, so I'm gonna go ahead and add those a little later because those can kind of go in. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and start with a couple of these corn chips. I'm not going to use a lot of corn chips. I'm actually just kind of bringing these in for color. Let's move these out of the way, guys. And it's always not a bad idea. As you can see, if you looked at some of my previous charcuterie boards, you'll notice that I built the food first, and then I kind of started to add in my the bowls and stuff like that that held some of the wetter ingredients. Because I'm using this round bowl, I really wanted to kind of make sure I spaced it out. So that's a great tip for later on. When you guys are building any type of charcuterie board and you know that you have a wet ingredient going in, you know, kind of put your empty bowls around the charcuterie board. It just gives you visualization of for your placement of other items that you're gonna put on the board. All right, so I've got my chips on here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to add some of the yummy stuff. So, I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions, but I'm gonna actually just go ahead and dump my onion right here. All right, and again, I wanna kind of keep this stuff on the board. And then I'm gonna go in with my delicious cheese. And trust me, I'll make room for that extra bowl. So there's some cheese, who doesn't love a lot of cheese? And then again, on this side, I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take my green onion. Now I'm gonna reserve a little bit of my darker green onion here because I wanna use that for some topping, and I'll show you how to do that a little later. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this chopped green onion. And maybe your family, maybe they don't like the green onion or the onion. Leave it off. Add fresh jalapeno, add chopped avocado, cornbread. Again, this is limitless. You can just be creative as you can possibly be. Now, because sometimes people come from both sides, I want to go ahead and add some cheese on this side. Fun, fun, fun. I'm gonna move that out of the way. If I didn't, I would continue to load that up with more and more cheese. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start with some of my wet ingredients, okay? So that means those are things like sour cream, your guacamole, you know, you can even make this into kind of a Tex-Mex. So most of you might have heard of a thing called taco soup, and that would be a great thing, you know, maybe reducing a little bit of the liquid, but heck, I say even topping this with some cilantro, maybe some chopped tomato. Again, I'm thinking of so many different ways I can serve this chili at this moment, you guys. So let's get this sour cream into this bowl. Not everybody likes sour cream, and that's okay. So we want to kind of keep that wetter ingredients off. And then what I'm going to do over here is I'm actually going to add a little kick. And I'm going to add some of these. So I saved some time today, by the way. So instead of chopping those jalapenos, and by the way, I did not know that jalapeno, this is from Target, not a sponsor, just joking. Anyway, but I bought these from Target. And I did not know that they already made diced jalapeno. Please don't judge me. I legit thought there was only pickled round jalapenos, had no idea. I don't know where this has been, but I'm definitely using it for the future because I've been chopping those wet little nacho jalapenos and they take way too much time. But anyway, very thankful. And by the way, I didn't find these. Our lifestyle coordinator, Heidi, did. So thanks, Heidi. She's my cameraman. So thank you. Saved me some time. So anyway, so just my chopped jalapenos here. We're gonna pop that right over here, just like so, you guys. All right, listen, believe it or not, we're pretty much done. I'm just gonna kind of make the chili look a little prettier. Just a little pretty. So what I wanna do is, of course, more cheese. Have you ever heard that saying, more cheese, more better kind of thing? I think that's right, I'm not sure. Anyway, if you haven't can tell already, we have a lot of fun here. And again, whenever I come into these charcuterie boards or anything like this, 99% of the time I'm just winging it. So I'm glad you're kind of along for the ride. So anyway, but again, to make this a little prettier, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of top it off with some green onions, you guys. And you know what? Cilantro, cornbread, whatever your heart, whatever your family desires. Grandkids will love this. It feels like a treat to build your own dinner. I mean, I know I did as a kid. I would like, oh, when I get to make, even if it was something I didn't like, if my mom let me make it myself, I ate it. So I don't know. Talk about playing with the mind, right? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed your time with us. I'm gonna pull this up a little, friends, so Heidi can get a better picture or just take a better video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, so thanks for stopping by, you guys.